Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. Hope you're doing well. I'm Denise, and today I'm going to do a follow-up with the Hitler reading I did. I totally understand we all have different ideas about where he went. And yes, I've seen all the history. Yes, I know all of that, and even with that kind of burned into my brain, I just left it all aside and wanted to know, where he went. Did he get away? So anyway, that video's in there, and I appreciate all your comments. I really do. But I'm going to do a follow-up question. Someone wanted to know. I think it was Julia. Hi Julia. Yeah, it's Julia. She wanted to know. Okay, but how did he die? So let's see what I can. I mean, you know how many decks I have. I'll get to the bottom of it somehow. But let's figure out. How did he die? Was it years later? Was it poisoned? Was it? Did somebody take him out? Was there violence? There's several possibilities, right? So, okay, let me get the camera dropped down and let's explore this. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting off with the Maybe Linnemann by Ryan Edward, and decided to draw 21 cards, so I'll do 3 rows of 7. So bear with me while I draw the cards and get them shuffled and drawn. Oh, and if somebody could be so kind as to maybe timestamp once they're all laid out, that would be really nice. I'm getting so busy, I'm having a hard time keeping up. Okay, so what were the circumstances around Hitler's death? How did it go down for him? What was his experience? Who were the people around him and involved? I'll probably use the Kipper as well, maybe, we'll see. Nope, that was it right there. Okay. All right. 1. Okay. Oh, that's interesting there. To have the mice come in. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's do the 4 corners first. So somebody cared. Somebody who was someone older, someone he could depend on, had papers for him, had documents to help him get through, the social quagmire he had to go through in order to move. And so someone that cared, had the paperwork, was committed to him, but then absolutely was, I think, seen. Somebody who, well, on another level, it could be somebody who just paid a lot of attention to him, somebody who was watching all the time, observing things. So let me see, what else? When the mice comes in, that is the card of poison. But it's also a card of loss and loss and being destroyed, you know, destruction, something that eats away at you. It knights up here to the death card, you know, to his painful loss. He died under, because we have the theme here. Yes, he died under incredible burden and, can you imagine this guy's karma? I mean, I don't even need to read on that, right? But anyway, he died under extreme guilt. This was his cross to bear. And I believe under a lot of pain. I think he died under a lot of pain. And this looks to me like poisoning. And some dangerous poison. After maybe they got what they wanted from him. But okay, so it looks to me like the way it started is there was someone who cared. They had the paperwork to get him out socially. They came to him. They visited him, and I think that they took him. And they were committed. But then this doesn't look too good as far as, you know, the end. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So right here in this 9-card box in the middle. So yeah, somebody or he had a lot of money and assets that he could pay out so that they could make things look a certain way. There was the goal. Wait a minute, this is family as well. So this would be, you know, like Eva Braun and it's other, like, you know, family members, or what would be considered family to him. Let's stay here for a moment. The money, the payout that he had was the seduction and the you know, the way it could hide things, the way they could distort things and make things look really confusing. They had a way to make things look confusing. But there was this big obstacle and a delay. So him being able to get away was delayed. There was an obstacle. I think things were held back until he, you know, paid out. Sorry about the noise out there, you guys. The payout happened. The most important thing is that he paid, and he did have a reputation. He did have some public, you know, the support to get him out, and that was the goal. Yeah, his reputation is just awful. It was only about the money. That was the only reason they did Yeah. I think they were all, I get the feeling that they were all in a very challenging situation and things had to like move quickly, but then there's this obstacle in order to confuse things, and like this is a card of having to wait. So they didn't, whoever got him out, they didn't get him out until he paid up. That's for sure, right here. And then this traveling on the road. It was very dangerous. There may have been payouts all along the way in order to, you know, for these important people, these key people to move him through. But so now let's look at more of like, you know, past, like how, like the sequence of events. Okay, so yeah, these trusty people, they had the goal to help him escape. But there were obstacles all along the way. Yeah, obstacles all along the way. And, you know, this would be a, well, in the context of this situation, yeah, I really feel like this is the person who had, documents to help him. And they came and got, I feel like they came and got him. They came and got him, and they had the goal to help him escape. And it wasn't just him, it was also, I think, at least Eva Braun or, you know, maybe even a few other people. And there was a delay because he was this hidden, this target was on him, and he was this hidden enemy, of course. And, you know, they were able to keep him kind of hidden. It was painful for him. And then as time went on, it got more dangerous. Yeah, it was painful. It was really hard to get him out. And then it became more, well, because he had to keep paying every step of the way. Had to keep seducing people with, okay, here, we've got this, just give them this, and keep going. And then all these choices. And, of course, you know, the committed few individuals. But then, at the end, these two together could even be, because notice how the scythe, so the scythe is something that just cuts. It can be a harvest card, but in this situation, this would be somebody who was really dangerous, but this would be, I think, dangerous poison. And because it nights down here to the clouds, it's like all this was hidden. It could also be that he himself thought, okay, if need be, I have the poison and I'll just do it. You know, suicide himself out. It could be that, because notice I'm not, do I have people card? Well, we do. We do have the King of Diamonds, which is, you know, like this would be like the King of Pentacles, where somebody, you know, paid out. But then again, oh, it's not the King, I'm sorry, it's the Knight. King's down here. Yeah, the dude with all the money. This would be the Knight of Pentacles that did the work. This would be the guy doing the thrasher work in the fields, right? That's another whole, like, yeah, distraction there. But anyway, yeah. So really, like hidden, and then This could have to do also with like some instruments to cut him out. But then, you know what, I feel like actually, honestly feel like it's just something that happens suddenly. Because there's the money, there's the seduction, there's the commitment from some people to help him travel. This would be an old trusted friend over here. These would be people that cared. And then, but suddenly, I feel like they either poisoned him or he poisoned himself out because it was more than he could handle. And he was being watched. This could be a lot of support, commitment. This could also be a lot of poison, a lot of danger, traveling the whole thing. Interesting. Okay, so I think I will use the Kipper because we've got people cards in that deck. And maybe we can get some more details, right? That's what we want. We want details. Okay. Oh, and I'm using this little deck here, this Ciro Marchetti's, I think it's like Fadisica, something like that. I can speak French. Okay, so what were the circumstances around his death? With that mountain card that was down here and around, remember that what do you call, key card in the middle, that 9-box square that spread that we had. With the mountain card, that could be that it did take some time. There was some delay, that it wasn't like right away. And we do know that his health was probably pretty terrible because he was a amphetamine addict for years and years and years, and so was the whole Nazi regime. They were all drugged out, hyped up, apathetic about what they were doing, didn't care. Can you imagine? It's just like that, and then vodka at night to go to sleep, probably, or maybe they didn't even get to sleep much. Okay, circumstances around his death. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm thinking I could probably fit 21 cards again. Let's try it. I think that's 21. We'll see. Okay, so we have the worst card in the deck as far as stress and worry. Oh, this is a card of taking some time. Yeah. I'm thinking a Russian gulag. Oops. Okay. Oops, these are going to have to go up, I can tell. Okay, now this should go faster. Oh, doesn't quite fit. Maybe I'll just do this and we'll let go of the numbers. How about that? It's always good to have a little room for closed captioning, but oh goodness. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, it's about the best I can do. Because I can't raise the camera up any higher without stopping and messing with my tripod, and I don't want to. Okay, so the four corners here. This is like a military regime coming in, and oh my goodness, you know, this is this is like the Nine of Swords, but you can't get out of it. It's like worried with torture. It's the most stressful card. It's also a card of violence and self-destruction. You know, major problems. So this was the regime, with the official person. We've got it's usually called the military person, or it can just be officials, something like that. But anyway, this has to do with just something coming in, and there's rules and regulations, and you're not in charge anymore. So this would be the what's in between the two. Of course, this would be him. But then this would be people meeting together, and this would be teamwork, communications, you know, get-togethers, teamwork, I think is the best word to describe it, between some military regime and him facing what he had to face. So it had to have been the Russians that came in, because that's how it went. So again, I'm revisiting this again, and I'm getting the same thing. But I truly know all the, you know, the history. And when we watch documentaries and we watch movies, it's a really powerful imprint into the psyche. People need to understand that. Words and images are much more powerful to most people, not everybody, but to most people, than reading the written word. So, again, I'm getting this confirmation here. So, I feel like it was the Russians who, you know, of course, came in and took everyone, right? I mean, that's what they did, and a lot of people went back and became, you know, imprisoned. German officers that thought that they were going to be okay were not, and they got put in gulags. Well, he was in despair and stress and in a violent situation for a very long time. This card can be a 2-year card. But also is a card of traveling, you know, back and forth. It's usually a card of stability, but not when it's in between these two cards. You know, the surrounding cards change everything. So this is, again, it's reiterating what we had. Remember what we had over here with the Lenormand, where we had the travel card. So this travel back and forth, taking time. Money was paid out every step of the way. This is a foreign entity card. So we're talking another country, right? The military of another country. And then he finally, you know, they put him in prison. They were successful in getting him into prison. And I think somebody got paid off along the way to get him into prison. The adjudication card doesn't always mean that you go before a court, but it does mean that there's an investigation. So I think that, and this right in here, right into the family room, and this 9 card, this is interesting. So someone examining, I mean, part of Julia's question was, like, did they examine his brain? Did they interrogate him? I would say, yeah. Let's see, do we have, oh no, I don't have that card that shows, like the major investigation, but this does look like it, his private space at some point, and he was in bad health, of course. But the foundation of, let's see, hold on here. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Somebody made a decision for him. He didn't have the control. And there were, he was caught, that was it. And then into his private space, close family. So again, here we are with Eva Braun. And here, these 2 cards here together have to do, they spell out, and these cards unite to each other, they spell out working, like work camp. You know what I mean? Work, and go back to prison at night, but you're in a work camp. Until his health got to be so bad, and they made money off of him. I don't know how much work. Well, see, now this kind of changes things up. With that mice card, maybe he didn't suicide himself out with poison. It might have just been such a deterioration of health where it literally, the stress just ate away at him, and he couldn't, because we've got the bad health. Excuse me. We have the communication with some supportive woman who he thought about all the time, probably was Eva Braun. But, I don't know if they had a child together. This can just be like a new start. Maybe she got away. Maybe she had a new start. This thievery card, that brings in the whole element of so something was stolen. She's hanging over it. And I'm wondering if, and then this is also a card of distraction. And of course, there was so much poverty then, of course. Except for, not the Nazis that made tons of money off of the whole thing. So I'm not getting really clear here. Oh, wait. If we remember in the Lenormand reading, the ring was up here. Now we're showing who the committed people were. So this could be, because it's in this same line here, this could be Eva Braun and some communication. Yeah, because this would be like the foundation from, this could be real estate assets. Oh, that's possible. Real estate assets being seized. Anything that he owned and she owned together, if it worked that way then. I don't know. And in Nazi Germany, probably women couldn't own anything. I don't know. But this is a card of, you know, like it can be clannish. It can be like this could be the clan of Nazi Germany. And then this could be, I don't know, small, something new, new attitude, new job, things like that. For people who would communicate, maybe, you know, picking her brains as to the way he thought, until she was even herself just destitute and in poverty. Because, you know, this is a card of deficiency. It knights up here to the bad health. I don't think he made it out of the gulag and the prison camp kind of thing. I think he died there, even though, you know, we don't have the death card here, but we had it in the Lenormand. It was pretty obvious. So now I'm not feeling like he... Well, yeah, I'm not feeling like the poisoning thing happened with this spread. But I do feel like, of course, there was the loss, the poverty. These two cards are very, you know, put these two together and they're just like the mice in the Lenormand. But she had this supportive woman, and I don't think they were ever married, were they? Which would put her, you know, here as like an older person that maybe lived on, but even with bad health. And they thought about each other. This doesn't have to be his thoughts. This can be her thoughts all the time. Major distraction for her, and ended up in poverty. Yeah. And maybe little bits of communication all the time to try and get some money, to try and have some type of money. Wow. So that's about as best as I can get here. If any of you are, you know, if any of you have your intuition you want to put into this, your comments are always welcome. And hopefully I get to see them all. I've been having so much trouble with YouTube. It's comments are disappearing. People are emailing me comments because they're not showing up. Feel free to do that as well. I'll try to like paste it or post it, something, just cut and paste it and put it in. But if you have your intuition on this, go ahead and put in what you get on that. But please don't leave any more comments about things from the History Channel or history and documentaries and all of that, because, you know, we've all seen them, and I think that there was enough of that in the other comments. It's intuitive hits and psychic hits that I'm appreciating from you guys. So, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, take good care. Bye.